Come on in, veterans. Thank you. You can have a seat for a minute. Good morning again, and I want to welcome everyone to 2023 Pleasant Speaking Veterans Day program. I truly feel that it's extremely important that we thank and honor our veterans 365 days a year, but I also enjoy days like today when we're extremely purposeful about recognizing our veterans for their service. I want to personally thank all of our veterans that are sitting on the floor today with us. I want to thank you for your service, for your sacrifice, and also for being here today and making this a more special day for our students. I also want to thank the spouses and families of our veterans, because we know that veteran sacrifice is truly a family sacrifice. Before we start our program today, I want to inform our guests here of the new tradition that we've started here at Pleasant Speaking High School. Every day, we have a student come down to the office during morning announcements and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. It's a nice way for us to get our day started, and our students have done a great job with this at the beginning of this year. Normally, I'm the one in the office that introduces the student leading the pledge before we start our morning announcements. However, about 2 weeks ago, there was a morning where I was walking around the building with our superintendent, Mr. Schauger, and a couple others. So I had nothing to do with the announcements that day. I didn't even know who the pledge leader would be. On that particular day, let me tell you, the student did an amazing job for us. Mr. Schauger and I looked at each other and just kind of smiled and shook our heads in acknowledging how well the student did in leading the pledge. So fast forward about a week, and we started to plan for this program, and I immediately knew exactly who I wanted to lead the pledge today at today's program. So to get our program officially started, I would like everyone to to stand. And I would also like to invite Andrew Carroll up to the podium to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Andrew. As expected, you did a great job. Please remain standing as our West Muskingum Marching Band performs our national anthem. At this time, please welcome one of our high school students to the podium. Wes Houston will be sharing a speech that he wrote for today's program.
On the 11th hour of the 11th month, the 11th day, the great warning. That day is now gone down. Veterans Day starts once this day. We commemorate the fallen soldiers of the war. soldiers of great fearless people. They didn't fight for fame, but honor with instead. They fought to serve our country, to maintain our wedding life today. As we honor all the veterans here today, we need to also honor the ones who are currently serving. The ones who are in victory. Young men and women give up their lives to protect our armed state here today. Veterans Day is just a day for our veterans. It's a day for every person in this country. It's a day to remember why they're fighting and their first in the journey of protecting our freedom for the future generations. Thank you for coming today to honor our veterans. Let us walk in the blankets of tomorrow, still honoring our veterans by living in freedom. On behalf of our schools, thank you.
Great job, Wes. Our marching band will now play United We Stand. Can we give one more round of applause for our marching band? Our marching band comes in small numbers, but they always do an amazing job. We appreciate them, and they always represent Western Students very well. So thank you. At this time, please welcome one of our junior high students to the podium, Brooke Baker, who will be sharing Veterans Day poetry.
Thank you, veterans, for all that you've done and for all that you will do. You are strong, courageous, and brave, and we would be lost without you. With strength and dignity you have served, with pride and bravery you have stood. With hope and courage you have fought, and have done all that you could. Veterans, we thank you for all that you've done and for protecting strangers and friends and all their loved ones. We are proud of those all who have fought for serving our country and fighting our wars. And we all know that we will not stop trying to repay you for protecting our land, air, and shores. Though we know this isn't all that much, we would all like to just say we are thankful to have you serve our country. Without you, we would not be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. You did a great job. That is not easy. Coming up as a junior high student to high school, it's packed full, so great job. Now, please direct your attention to our Westminster Aqua Choir. you. Great job, choir. At this time, I would like to recognize some members of our military that not only have served our country, but also have made a huge impact here at West Muskegon High School. These individuals do an amazing job of building relationships with our students and providing them information about military opportunities that are out there for them once they graduate. From the United States Navy, Petty Officer 2nd Class Mallory. From the United States Army National Guard, Sergeant 1st Class McGrath. Also, from the United States Army National Guard, Sergeant Ryan Moore. I also want to personally extend an additional thank you to Sergeant Ryan Moore, as he is our West Muskegon liaison and does a tremendous job working with our counselors to help students with opportunities and local recruiters. He does a phenomenal job and is a huge asset to our building. So thank you very much, sir. We also would like to say we appreciate our recruiters and other members of our military who donated flags to be displayed here today. We did reach out to all 5 branches of the military, but because of prior commitments and engagements, we were not able to have all the branches represented today for all the flags on display. At this time, I would like to introduce our guest of honor. I have to admit that this being my first year at West Muskegon and hearing about this program and its purpose, I immediately thought of this person as who I would want to speak to our students and our community. Although he happens to be my cousin, I can assure you that it is not why he is standing with us today. He is someone that I have looked up to most of my life and all of my adult life for a number of reasons. When you think of the values and the qualities that make us so proud of our military, I can guarantee you that Joe stands out in all of those areas. He represents everything that makes our military so special. Joe is a retired Air Force Master Sergeant and served 20 years active duty in the Air Force. During his career, he was a medic and taught leadership development to enlisted members. During his career in the Air Force, Joe had the opportunity to be stationed around the country as well as around the world, with stints in Mississippi, Italy, Portugal, Texas, Iraq, and South Carolina. Joe is currently the Director of Leadership Development for Ohio Health and lives just north of Columbus with his wife and 2 kids. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Joe Adams.
Before I get started, there are a lot of you in here. So can we give it up to Wes and Brooke again for having the courage to stand up here and speak about that? Like Mr. Harrison said, Brady, as I know him, we're cousins. So if any of you want any stories or dirt, let me know. There's plenty of them. So, when Brady first asked me to come and speak, I was super excited. Still am. It's an honor to be here. But then, seeing how bad your football team beat my Morgan Raiders on our own home new football field, kind of made me have second thoughts. But anyway, not only did you beat us on the football field, your school spirit, your pride, your ability of your students to rally and support your team put Morgan to shame. So, congratulations to the school, to the football team. What a great season, and just a little bit about how you treated Morgan. But anyway, it truly is an honor to be here and to represent all veterans. And whenever we have an opportunity like this to talk, it represents all veterans and the love and the support that we feel when we have have these opportunities, it truly means so much, and I just thank you for this opportunity. I'm going to share a few stories about my military experience and how those lessons still impact me, and how I think they may be able to help you as you go throughout your life as well. We heard a little bit already about the sacrifice, and especially the sacrifice of our military family members. When my son was 4 years old, I had been gone for 2 years of his life. If you tally up all the days, I'd been away from home for 2 of his first 4 years of life. So being a military family member is extremely difficult because of the sacrifice that they go through when we're out doing our duty wherever we're called. So when we honor veterans, we have to always remember the family members as well, because it truly is a sacrifice for them. Next, only about 7% of our American population has served in the military. So what a true honor and privilege it is to wear the uniform, go where we're needed to protect our privileges and the way of life that we enjoy so much here in the United States. So when we do see a veteran, recognize that's only 7% of the population that served in the military uniform. So make sure that we appreciate them. The sacrifices are so great, whether it's deployments, time away from home, and all that. So we have to honor the sacrifice for all military members first. Now I want to talk a little bit about what makes serving in the military so special. When you enlist or get commissioned in the military and you're serving, it becomes a family. And wherever I was stationed, we had a term called three others or sis others. And basically a brother or sister from another mother. Because we're away from family, and that becomes the family. The bond that is shared between those friends, it becomes stronger than the family bonds at times. Look to your left and right. The people sitting next to you. Those are your brothers and sisters from another mother, another father, right? Those are the people that you want next to you that would support you. Military members are no different. And it's in fact maybe a little bit stronger. I want to tell you a story about Staff Sergeant Philip Douglas. Staff Sergeant Philip Douglas was an Army infantryman wounded in Iraq. I was serving in a field hospital in Balad, Iraq, just about 40 miles away from Baghdad. This was Labor Day weekend, 2008. Sergeant Douglas was wounded, transferred to us. Not critical, but very serious injuries. We arranged for a medevac to take him back to the United States. The next morning, after his injuries, I go in and I talk to him. I'm Sergeant Douglas. The medevac is coming tomorrow. When he gets you home, you'll be with your family, you'll be able to recover, and go from there. His bond with his brothers and sisters in uniform was so strong, he said, absolutely not. Cancel my medevac. Recover me here, rehabilitate me, and get me back in the field. He could have been home for Thanksgiving and Christmas with his family. And he said, I want to rehab here and get back in the field with my brothers and sisters. That's how strong the bonds are in the military. We take care of each other. We support each other. When I was stationed in Italy, we arrived at the terminal, and brand new country for me and my wife. We arrived, and there's my new team. The team that I'm going to work with for the next 5 years, waiting for us at the terminal, was signed. Welcome to Italy. Welcome to your new home. We go to our short stay place where we're going to stay for about the next 3 weeks while we're getting settled. The group would walk in, the refrigerator is full. Milk, juice, fruit, veggies, everything that we need. The cabinets are completely stocked. We take care of each other. Those people to your left and right now, how do you take care of them? In the military, we're there for each other through thick and thin. That's what we can do for each other here in the States with your brothers and sisters, reaching out, taking care of you. That's what makes us stronger as a country. In the military, we also talk about how everybody matters. In the Air Force, it's easy for the fighter pilot to come walking out of the terminal, go get in their jet, take off and fly the mission, right? And the fighter pilot gets all the glory, they get the cool sunglasses, they get the Top Gun movies made after them, and all that. But here's the facts. If crew chief is not standing there saying, sir, ma'am, your plane is ready to go. If the mechanic doesn't do their job to make sure that the plane is perfect, that plane can't fly. If the ammo techs don't do the job and load the bombs right, the mission's going to fail. It takes absolutely everyone. Think of our paratroopers. Plane flies beyond enemy lines and drops the paratroopers and to fight the battle. If the parachute packer doesn't get to shoot right, the mission's going to fail. It takes absolutely everyone to make things happen. Think of your school. If the custodians aren't doing their job, you're walking down dirty hallways. If the people in the lunch lines aren't making the food, aren't serving you the food, aren't there to greet you, you're going hungry. It takes everyone, not only in the military, here. Think of your athletic teams, which have amazing athletic facilities here. Kudos. Very impressive. But if you think of those athletic teams, there are kids that come to practice and work hard every day and may see very little playing time. But if that kid is not giving all their effort in practice, it doesn't translate and the team's not a success. Everything in life that we do takes effort. And the military epitomizes that. When we go for our mission, everyone is important. It takes all of that. A couple other stories I want to share. This one we call Bloom Where You're Planted. Think about this scene. You're out for a walk, maybe in the woods, and there's a rock cliff. And out of that rock, there's a tree growing. Hopefully some of you have seen this picture where there's rocks and this tree growing out, and you notice that tree, right? Or you're taking a walk and there's a weed or a flower growing up through the concrete. You notice that weed or flower. But in those situations, you don't notice any other tree. You don't notice any other flower. But the ones that persevere, bloomed where they were planted, we notice. None of us that serve want to go to war. We don't want people to play. We don't want to go away from our families. But that's what duty calls us to do. So we go. And when we bloom where we're planted, we take those terrible situations, not the best situations or circumstances, and you make the most of them. You have students that live this and embody it every day. Taking bad situations and making the most of them. In the military, we have to do that. As veterans, we have to do that. As a country, we have to take the situations we're given, give it our best, do whatever we can in that situation to make our little circle bit better, but also our country. So, when you think about bloom where you're planted, no matter what the circumstances are around you, you have the choice to make it better. What choice would you make? As veterans, we made that choice while we were serving. One's back here in uniform right now. Thank you so much. They still make it every day. They're put in situations where maybe they wouldn't want to be, but we still bloom where we're planted. Last thing I want to leave you with, and ways to honor veterans. I get that asked a lot. How do I honor veterans? How would you like to be honored? Two things I'm going to leave you with. One, when you get that opportunity, this side of the room is coming up for you. This side it will be coming. Vote. Go vote. We put on the uniform to defend our way of life, protect our privileges, our liberties, the freedoms that we have here. You can influence that by voting. When you vote, there's no right or wrong way to vote. Do your research, find the candidates that represent your values, your views, and vote for them. And if somebody votes for somebody else, that's okay. That's why we wear the uniform, to protect those rights and issues. So to honor veterans, when you get the opportunity to vote. The last thing, and we talk about this a lot in the military, do the right thing. Do the right thing, period. What that looks like. Be nice, be kind. Everybody you come in contact with is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. be nice, be kind. I saw this today. I wish I got the person's name. She stood and held the door for 3 people as we walked in. She didn't have to. That's doing the right thing. Be nice, be kind. So, do the right thing. Everybody you come in contact with, it's a human. They have a heart, they have a soul, they want the opportunity to succeed. It's our job to be a good citizen. Treat them right. In the military, it's do the right thing. We don't do the right thing, the mission fails. By doing the right thing, we preserve the mission, we preserve what we're there to fight for, and we're able to move forward. To do the right thing. In closing, we have a great country. Yes, we have some issues, absolutely. But in general, we have the best country in the world. We have the greatest freedoms, the liberties, the privileges that we experience in the United States is because of our military. Thank you so much for honoring the veterans. Thank you for this opportunity, Brady. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I'm Pete Woods, the assistant principal here at Westminster Kingdom. I get to end with some closing remarks about Veterans Day. First off, I'd like to give out a huge thank you to our office staff for putting together programs, snacks, and everything they've done. Mrs. Ann Howard, Mrs. Jen Fowler, and Mrs. Holly Gray for their effort and their time to create this for us. We are here to honor and remember veterans and what the state means. It's Veterans Day. We do this because I think our young people need to understand why we are here as a country. The sacrifices that men and women have done since 1775 make us who we are today. Like Joe said, we're not perfect, but we are the United States of America. And to me, it's the greatest country in the world. We are the greatest country in the world because of the sacrifices that these men and women have done in the past, that they are doing today, and that they will do in the future. We are who we are because of that. You know, so some of the things our men and women have to go through to create this country, I don't think a lot of you want to know that. But just know they do it, not because of who they hate in front of them, but because of who they love and who's behind them. Do these things because of us. You know, we need to thank them because of that. A lot of people ask me, why do we have Veterans Day? Why do we have to come to school on Veterans Day? Well, if we didn't come to school on Veterans Day, it would be another day off from school. We are here to do this. We can't have any other days off from school if it wasn't for veterans. We have the freedoms, have the choices to be who we are, to believe in what we want to believe in, to root for whatever sports teams you want, to do whatever you choose to do as an American. If we had this day off, we wouldn't talk about those things all the time. That's why this day is special. That's why we come to school as Christians, to honor our veterans with an assembly. The last thing I'd like to close with is a quote. Our country owes its life to heroes whose names we will never know. Well, we know some of those people today because of this assembly. I want to thank you for everyone for attending, and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, Mr. Woods. That concludes our program this morning. Thank everyone in attendance again. Students, I think both sides, you did a phenomenal job today, so thank you very much, students. At this time, veterans, just so you're not getting ran over, we are going to dismiss our high school students, we'll keep our middle school students still for just a little bit longer, if you don't mind. Because we are finishing a little earlier high school, we are going to ask that our high school students do go back to their third period class where you came from before the assembly started, and then lunches will start in about 20 minutes. So high school at first, we're going to dismiss by section. So we'll go right here in the first section, head back to your third period class, please. High school students, you can also pop in behind the chairs and head out the other doors as well. So second row, second. Third section, you guys can go down. Again, you can walk by your chairs and head out the other doors if you'd like. All right, last section, you're up.